Hello and welcome. Right, quick recap of the bits and pieces that have actually been announced this week, because they've announced new stuff every single day. We've just covered the Breakneck Designer program stuff, which we'll add right at the very end of this stream if you want to. I have also, between the two streams, just uploaded an 8-minute video recapping the final 5 that is available for February of 2027. Now, good evening to everybody. I would imagine there's going to be literally tumbleweeds in this one, because this is the 3rd stream in a row, and I don't think the notification is going to work whatsoever. So we'll wait and see what happens. But hello to Reese, hello to Ultra. So there is 2 here, and we'll see if the notifications go out, because I think I am really pushing my luck today with regards to 3 lives and a video upload at the same time. So there has been multiple stuff being added every single day over this week. Weirdly, as we know, the Jurassic Park stuff is all over the Instagram page, still yet to be uploaded onto the LEGO website. So what we are going to be taking a look at is a good look at the DC3, because I now have a home for that. I now have a home for the DC3, and I also have a home for the Concorde with all the bits and pieces that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So I'm going to put an aviation bit underneath that table. That's where they can go, because it's so big. I was like, oh, actually, yeah, that would be perfect. A lot of breathing space, nice overhead lighting on there. Absolutely living the dream. So personally, I want to look at the DC3 and the Concorde again today. I have not yet clicked on the Air Max. I don't think I've clicked on it. They have added some new kids shoes onto the LEGO website, so we can see what that's all to do with as well. If anybody is going to be building anything this weekend, let us know what it is, and I can jump on, obviously use the LEGO website, and we can see exactly what it's all about. So yes, everybody that's liked the video so far, guys, again, thank you very much indeed. And yeah, hopefully you've all had a successful week, and then we can crack on and just go from there. So yeah, all good, sexy fun is what it is. So yeah, all good. Okay, let me just get all of these bits and pieces set up, and yeah, we'll just go from there. So these are all the Crocs that Shibo was talking about. I didn't quite clock on to which one Shibo got. Did anybody clock on to what Shibo was saying? Was it just the plain black, or was it the colourful one? Because these are the adult sizes, and then there's the white for kids and adults, isn't there? And you've got the pink for kids and no adults. So yeah, you've got multiple Crocs that keep getting added over. They haven't just dumped them all at the same time. They seem to have added a few of them. Reese says, I need more minifigures. So yeah. Oh, that's because your display. Yeah, I've seen your other message come through. I don't actually read it. It must have already been opened. So I'm assuming that's what you said to me. I think she said the black ones with the bricks on the side. Oh, he's gone for these. Oh, fair enough. He's gone for a Midnight Garden Creativity Clog. I'm assuming that's what the one you meant, not the actual colourful one. We'll say Shiba's gone for this. Pretty sure it's the other one beside it, to be honest. I think it's the colourful brick on the side, which would be this. I would think that would be Shibo, but who knows? Might have gone for the other one. Now, there's a limit of 99. So they're not going to sell out quickly, are they? A limit of 99. These things are now available. $89.99, and they're sold out for 9s and 10s. Are they really that? When did they go live? Is it? Oh, you know what I'm going to have to do now? I'm going to have to click on the others and see, is it 9 and 10 across the board that are sold out, or is it just 9 and 10 in those? Oh, they haven't got a 9 and 10 in these. Oh. It's interesting. Let's have a look at the others. Let's have a look at the other ones then. So the pink ones, anything sold out in the kids? No? Maybe there's a... I can't imagine them have... Am I gone mad? Is there a reason why they would have actually sold out? I don't know. Not that there's that many available. You would have thought it'd have been okay. Maybe they just haven't got them in stock yet. Now, what else is there? So we'll stop at Tintin. We had a look at all the other little bits and pieces. We'll very quickly go over Luigi and the helmet again. We've covered that a couple of times this week already. Of course, you've got all the different Batman and stuff that's been out for a little while now. You've got the blue length, and then you've got all the other Pokemon bits and pieces like that. So let's jump in We'll start off with this. We'll start off the first page, because what we can do is we can jump onto this page, check the offers, see what offers are actually available, check the same thing for America and Canada, and then jump back over and we'll see what is what. Hello, Jane. I was hoping for another stream. Well, have you seen the castle, Jane? Have you seen your fantasy castle that you could have as a jousting thing that has literally been announced in the last 90 minutes? So you've got to save your money up until February of 2027 for that one. But out of all of them, I would imagine I was going to do it later on because, but I'll have it. I'll flop it up for Jane. There it is. Series 10 winners, Jane, are these. So you've got Space Calf, a Firehouse, a Wild West train station, the Jousting Medieval Tournament, and the Kiosk. They are the next ones for Bricklink Designer Program. These are the winners from Series 10, and you will be able to pick these up in February of 2027. So there you go. So if you want to add anything to it and make some space, you've got plenty of time. We will have a quick look at those again towards the end of the stream, though. So, yeah, we'll start off with the trainer, because I'm sure this is one that Reese loves. Yes. Kiosk. Kiosk, isn't it? Is it Kiosk? Is it Kiosk? I don't know. It's an Osk. I always say kiosk. Kiosk. No idea. I don't know, Sean. I've been talking for far too long. I couldn't say even if I was fresh, so I wouldn't know. But I'm sure this is the one that Reese was excited for. So Air Max 95s, aren't they? So they got the gel front and back. I remember people wearing these, but I never actually owned a pair. So I'm assuming that it's trip down memory lane for people. I guess I'm assuming that's what that's all to do with. Minifigure is full blown Nike merched up though, so you've got ticks galore on that one. So I would imagine that would be a limited edition torso. You're not going to be able to buy that in a builder minifigure. So maybe that minifigure might be worth through. Yeah, well, the Kraken, we think that the faction is in there, though, for the Bricklink. No, the green, the faction is there. So there it is, that green one, just there. So the faction's got through. And the faction's also got through into the pub as well. So I wonder if Lego's going to be doing their own castle soon. So, yep, there seems to be a brand new figure with this one, which some of you might be excited about. A little bit of green, a little bit of whatever. Full-blown tracksuit. I'm assuming that's supposed to be the same trainers. He's got the gel around the side and he's got the two-tone grey. So, yeah, they've given him that he's supposed to be wearing the footwear of the actual trainer, isn't he? That is a big brick built shoe. Now they have done another one of these. There was a other Nike one that they did way back when. I've had a few pairs of these. Oh, we've a trainer collector, are we? DeVries has already narrowed it down. He's already gone from 4 straight down to the 1. You'll just do what I do, Reese. Get really excited that other people really like them. And then when it comes round to it, I'll still be just as excited, but I won't get any of them. So that's what I did with the last round. That's more than likely what I do with this one anyway as well. And because if I had any of the other medieval stuff, I would have been all in. Depending on the cost of the joust, that would be the one that I'd want. Oh, it moves, is it? Oh, releases, I'm assuming. So that's a better look at the trainers. They've actually added in quite a few. They've added quite a bit of printing around the foot. So yeah, there you go. If you want to get yourself a nice new shiny minifigure, you can do. Killian, hello. Callum, sorry, not Killian. Thoughts on the leak? We've seen sneaky peeks of it, and it's like 12,000 pieces, isn't it? We haven't. There's no, from what I can gather, there's no leak of the actual set. It's just the brick count and what it's going to be. So I am very intrigued to know the actual size. That's what I want to know. How tall is it going to be, and how long is it going to be? What's the base print going to take up? Because where I've got space for it, the roof height drops down, and depending on what way it actually sits, I'm going to have to the tallest part to the end of the table, and I can just see it all going wrong. It does look like you've got a tile insole cushion on that one, and they look like prints. So have they gone all in on Nike and they're not doing any stickers and they've just gone prints? The actual trainers beside this one, they're a bit more expensive, aren't they? So that's the... Oh, that was the table that people... Oh, that's what people were wondering about. I saw one or two people going, why is the table on Bleesbrox? I tell you what, could you imagine walking into that at night? Oh, good grief. You would smash your shin on that. That is not that I care about health and safety whatsoever, but surely that table is not up to any form of standard for anything. I mean, it's not even wide enough to build on, is it? Surely. I mean, don't get me wrong. My building setup, I'm currently sat on a floor, and this isn't actually where I do the building. My building setup's even worse than this, but at least I have a little bit more girth of space. And I'm not going to fracture my elbow on what looks to be 2 cinder blocks. Oh, good grief. Is it now? The church is half the height of the Eiffel Tower, so it's going to be 2.5. 2.5 foot then, because the Eiffel Tower is 5 foot. Well, that's handy to know. And obviously that's at the tallest part, isn't it? I would imagine it's got loads of stained glass windows and all that kind of thing, which would look really, really smart. So, yeah. It's for me, that's my next big set. That is what I'm hoping for. That will be my next big set, and then I'll get the Eiffel Tower closer to Christmas. I do it the wrong way around, but yeah, I think that might be my next big one, because that's July, isn't it? So there's 1 or 2 sets that I would like between then and July, but I will save up for that one. Because I did say that if I was going to get stuff this year, I would get like one biggest set every few months, like every 4 months or so. So I'm only really three sets in the year, but the brick count overall would be quite high. Whereas I know you guys and girls just go bonsai every month. So it all works out to be the same piece count for everybody there or thereabouts, doesn't it? And it's just that you guys get more sets than me. I was just thinking of maybe doing it slightly differently, slightly doing it this year. Not with this announcement now, Ultra. No, no, not with it. Not with this new big thing. But the thing is, the girth comes out before. So if the girth does look great, then it might be a double points next year. So yeah, I mean, it won't. They're all hybrid scale, aren't they? They're all mini. They're all micro on the front and minifigure on the back. But because I haven't got a clue about Lord of the Rings whatsoever, I mean, we've all seen it, and it does look very, very, very good. But no, I'm focusing more on different types of sets now, for this year anyway. So it'd be more Legoland type stuff. So basically, the DC3 and the Concorde now I want as an aviation section with a path walking around it, and I would really like. I think these would look great on display underneath the table. The wingspan on this obviously is massive. So yeah, it doesn't bother me that it's Pam Air or not. I mean, to be honest, I'd be quite happy. I mean, for all of the others, they don't come with minifigures. The other 2 planes don't. This one does. But you are paying for the privilege, because you're paying at least £20 more for this one, but you're paying £5 a figure, aren't you? So everybody wanted figures. You're getting the figures now, but it's going to add to the price. So all of you guys and girls that solely bought sets because of the figures, well, this is the outcome for it. So the stand would look good. So I think, again, treat it as like a bit of a museum piece, as a 1-to-1 replica as they're going by, so you can just kind of see what the outfits are looking like. I think I can make that work. But yeah, I do like all the aircraft. I do like the NASA space plane and the NASA space shuttle. So there's 4 aviation sets that I would like, but I'm not going to get all 4 of them, obviously. So yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with everything. Because we don't know. Well, this is obviously, it's just tough moving forward, isn't it? which we don't actually know the prices of anything yet, because I think they're going to change. So I think you've got to take certain things with a pinch of salt at the moment with regards to what things, the stuff that hasn't been announced yet. Like with this, for example, I wonder if this has had a little price increase by a couple of pounds, and it was going to be more expensive anyway with the figures, because we're now into the new sets, aren't we? So are you going to be getting it, Callum? Are you going in on that? Yeah, there's some big sets, Reese, coming out. Really, really big sets. I'm assuming, Ultra, you're going to be going for the Earth, are you? Turth, Girth, whatever it's called. I call it the Eyeball and Girth. That's it. And the Rivendell is the Rivendell, isn't it? But yeah, because this is, again, it's just a model. So it's a micro scale on the inside. So again, it's perfect for my Miniland. And they've just given you minifigure representative on the outside. So there you go. Pumpkin wanted some water. And again, you've got the same sort of design on the cockpit. So who knows? Yeah, so the big NASA shuttle, absolutely Ultra, because that to me is exactly what reminds me of all the Legoland parks around the world. So just that bit, boff, exactly that. So yeah, I've got a little plan of attack with. It's all the focus point literally for all of this year is going to be the left-hand side of the room as I sit. So the right-hand side, and then Ninjago stuff, I can just mess around with and play. The stuff that's behind me isn't going to move. That's just going to stay there. And then anything new is going to the left-hand side. So either it being a Pokemon set up top, because this is so big, it needs the space, because we know that this is a very, very wide thing. So this is wider than the Concorde, but the Concorde, don't forget, it's 4 base plates long. So these things do need a bit of breathing space. And because the stand's not very big and they're higher up, you could easily fit the minifigures around it and do lots of different bits and pieces. So yeah, I think it'll look quite nice. And of course, if we can get the cheese at the far end on the table, it should be good. Good call. So getting the big castle, Rivendell, the One Piece, and the big set in the next few months. Yeah, that's the way. That's it. Just have a list and just figure out what it is that you want to go for. This I would like to get, but I'm not going to get day one, because obviously the Concorde is retiring. I think the Concorde's retiring. So I want to get the Concorde. Come on then. I want to get the Concorde first. If I could get both together, I would do, but I still have to get one set for the Pokemon Center, because I need to redeem. I need to use the redemption code. So there's a possibility that it's either going to be the NASA Space Shuttle or Pikachu. And the NASA Space Shuttle makes more sense, because that is, I know it was on Amazon, it was in a sale, but obviously I had Rocky to look after then, so I had to think about it and be careful. But now Rocky's better. But this is 3 base plates wide. 3 base plates. So Callum's getting the Koenigsegg. Nice. Yeah, nice. So yeah, that's good going. But yeah, I want this and the other, but big tall NASA. There's stuff that obviously we all would want, and nice and everything else, but it's just nice to add them in. But yeah, something like this, it needs the breathing space. And with the live stream that we were talking about before, and I was like, if I commit to moving all that stuff underneath, this will be perfect. Have them all steps and staggered. Aviation, to be an aviation walkthrough. And you could, if you really wanted to, be stupid and put the Enterprise down there, because it's all silly aviation stuff. But we could have the real world aviation up top, and then the Enterprise at some point could go anywhere. But something like this, even though I love the Enterprise, and I've seen all the shows, I think I would still want this and the Concorde over the Enterprise first. So yeah, the decision's been made on this. It will happen, but it's on the list. It's just when. I'm good at not worrying about other stuff. There's other stuff that I love, but I just don't. That's why I like collecting stuff that will work in a theme park setting, because there's so many sets I'll go, yep, I'd really like that. No. So you save quite a lot of money doing it that way. Running out of space, says Callum. Yeah, it's not good when you start to run out of space. Saw someone in like a big wicker bricks. Yeah, the things of the display cases are huge, but the backdrops do look nice. But yeah, I think for me, the Douglas DC3, I would like, definitely want the Concorde. If it's going to be something they're going to carry on with, I would just like a big aviation thing. The one that I am on the fence with is this one, only because of the actual NASA, the other set that I want to get. So, but I don't know if they would do the plane like this. It just looks like the plane engines and everything itself just look a little bit small compared to the others. Even though the brick count's there, they're giving you 2 models, obviously. But this is very similar to a Lego City set that came out. Oh, good grief! It was under the Lego Systems, under the old NASA banner, 97, 98. So it does take you way, way, way back. And I have seen people obviously display this, and it does look strong. It does look good. But yeah, this is the one I'm not too sure of. I don't know when this is retiring. But the Concorde, there it is. It's such a good price point. But it is massive. Massive, massive, massive. We said it's 4 base plates, didn't we? 4 base plates long. Yeah. 40 inches long. So yeah, 4 base plates. And yeah, 2,000 pieces. So it would look effective on display. I think it'd look nice. But the actual, that one. What is this one? So I like the plaque, I like the plinth. Obviously, it's a Boeing setup. It looks eye-catching. It might just be deceiving. It might just be one of those where it's actually much bigger than what I think it is. So it's 2.5 base plates long. 2.5. They haven't given you them. They've not given you the wingspan, which is slightly annoying. I'm not too sure when it. I think it's the end of this year, Reese. I think the Concorde's the end of this year. So yeah, this is the one that I don't know about, but it's not because it's a NASA product. It's because I was going to get this. So if I was going to get this one reminds me more of the Legoland Park. But then would I regret not having the 3 aviation planes? But then it's a big commitment, isn't it? So Ultrabrick says the Concorde's at the end of this year. But yeah, it is long, 4 base plates long. Really very long, that Concorde. And again, this is 2 base plates tall. Is it more than that? You've got 3 base plates for the DC Douglas, DC3. So over 2.5 tall, this one. So yeah, they're all big. They're all big sets. But no, this is going to be added. It just depends if it's next or it's Pikachu that's next. And I've got 2 options for this. It either goes on top of the table or it goes underneath with the aviation stuff. So we have all like the stuff that flies underneath the table with the paths, or this goes on top where we said it was going to go, just for a little bit of height at the end of that table. But yeah, I think this will be the next one, because it's going. Because as much as I like the DC3, I don't really think it's a wise decision to get that first. Because I think really whatever I get next, that's if, bearing in mind, if I get something at that price point, because I would not get anything until July for the release of the big one. Well, Callum says the Concorde's the end of 27. And Ultra Bricks is saying it's the end of 26. Oh. Well, we can do a bit of research, can't we? You can figure it out. So that means the shuttle then is retiring. One of them's going to retire, isn't it? They're not going to have 3 on. So the double combo, I'm assuming that if it's not the Concorde that's going, it's going to be the double NASA combo. Because if they've changed it or something's happened or whatever else like that, then I've really got to make the decision on that. But yeah, for the Concorde or the Douglas, I'd happily get tomorrow if I could. Obviously, I can't with this one, the Concorde. But yeah, it's just that's going to throw. I don't know, that throw more of a spanner into the works. If the Concorde's not retiring until next year, I can't get one that I'm not sure of first. Do I wait until Christmas and see? Do we see if it goes into a sale? Maybe that one might. Yeah, Reese, they do. But also, if you go to different places, like different news agents and stuff, then yeah, you might get away with it. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, so yeah, it depends, because if it's the shuttle carrier that's going to be going, then maybe. But no, the big NASA space, the big length, the tall one, that would. I just don't know that or Pikachu, but I just think Pikachu is going to go in sales and places. So again, to be tactical, is it just worth waiting until that goes into a sale? Because you've got all of these as well. And you've got the helmets. We'll go through them all again. We'll just do a weekly roundup. So none of the aviation stuff retires then this year. Well, that's handy to know. Is that Brick Fanatics you're looking at, Callum? Was that another list? But yeah, what you might find, Reese, is that when the magazines go out, they've got different minifigures on the front of them. So the front cover will be the same, but sometimes they've got different figs with them, which is a bit weird when they do advertise the fact that there's the next thing coming with those minifigures. So, you're on Brigtech. Okay. Yeah, it gets a little bit interesting, because if the lists suddenly don't start to match up, then it gets a little bit annoying. But hopefully everybody will be the same, because both of those lists are really good to go by. I just wasn't paying attention to Brick Fanatics list for the Concorde stuff. So if it is next year, laughing, that's fine. There's no rush for it. No rush whatsoever. Yeah, but have a look, Reese, because you might find that you might get lucky, because there might be some older ones in there or some other bits and pieces. They did do an Ninjago one that had 4. It had a double tin, so you got 4 minifigures for no extra money. So that was good. That's the giveaway. Oh no, it's still there. So the giveaway is still available, and the points are still there. So that's something we'll be taking a look at after. But yeah, we're literally just recapping all the sets that we've already seen this week. And then if there's anything that jumps out, anybody, just let us know. So obviously these aren't new to us. I say not new to us. I'm just lucky enough that I can see these when they come out. Other people obviously work away all week and they come back and I have no idea what's been updated. So, yeah, see, they do the dirty double of tins. They did it. It was the magazine before last. They do the double. So you get 4 figures. And what they're doing now is they're putting 2 Legacy line in and then 2 Rising Dragons in. And they've done it with Star Wars as well. So they've done some of the Star Wars tins look quite fancy. People sell the tins for near enough the same price as the magazine, but they sell the tin as just the tin. So, I mean, work that one out. I just realised they've not actually put the 2 helmets together, have they? So you could see what they look like side by side. Just clocked onto that. I would have thought that they would have done that. So it's like, these are what they look like side by side. But no, they haven't. They've not. But yeah, you can get some nice ones. Yeah, the Ninjago things are really nice. Yeah, they do look good. It's just being able to get them, because I've gone to one or two different places in the different areas, and those areas seem to have different, and sometimes they've got a completely different cover, so it's a completely different magazine. So it's not an up-to-date monthly thing. Some people get them in massively late, or get them in early, or whatever it might be. They never really flow in order, Reese, because I think they recycle and rotate the magazines around, so they don't sell in one area. They just go to another area. So I think that's how they do them. And sometimes you get bombarded with them, and sometimes there's hardly any in there. In supermarkets, will have 4 or 5 different magazines in of the same Ninjago, for example. So you're like, oh, I can get all these different minifigures if I wanted to. But obviously, Bricklink is a good place to get you figures from. But if you like reading the magazines and obviously collecting the tins and all that kind of thing, then it works out to be more cost effective getting the magazines. So sometimes it's a little bit rubbish when you just get one, but they do price them accordingly though. So if you do get more minifigures, they might add on £1, and then if you're just getting like a paper bag one, like a paper bag poly bag type thing, it'll be slightly cheaper. So, and the Lego City ones are obviously slightly cheaper when there's not an IP, as is the Ninjago. The Star Wars one slightly more expensive. Blah 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 blah. So, yeah, there's all sorts of different nonsense. I've heard good things about the One Piece. Not seen any of it, but I've heard good things about it. So, yeah, I'm sure you guys and girls are enjoying that, because the big boats, they do look very good. They do look very, very smart. Not heard many people say much about Luigi. Not heard many people say much about Luigi. But it's pre-order. Is it pre-order? It is, yeah. Yeah, so I want to go to the store. I want to go to the store on the first and have a look at some of these sets and see what they're all about. But obviously, I can't buy anything at the store because I have to do it online to redeem my code. I've got to remember that, but I am going to forget to do it. You guys are going to have to. No, you get free delivery, Reese, if it's over the £50 mark, so you don't get charged. So they'll charge you if you did it on the same order. They'll obviously charge you in one hit. If you put them through separately, like in one, then it'll just come on your bank statement as 2 individual payments. But all of the Bricklink stuff, because it's £50 free post, it's £50 you get free delivery. So yeah, you won't get charged delivery. And obviously, if for whatever reason there's a set that is under the free delivery, if you add something else to it, they won't charge you. But then it won't. It's just a bit bizarre because obviously it's on a huge thing. So as far as I'm aware, obviously that's an open question to everybody. But I'm sure it's free delivery, Reese. I would imagine it should be. I've never been charged for delivery from Bricklink. Right, the Easter decorations. Some of you really like this, and some of you didn't really care at all. So, all sorts of different bits on this one. Oh, sorry, you're talking about you're talking about minifigures, not the actual big Bricklink sets. No, so they will. Yeah, so you have to get it from each individual seller. Will obviously sell you postage separately, so you have to see if you can get multiple bits. I thought you were talking about the Bricklink Designer Program, not the Bricklink minifigure. Yeah, so they will charge you accordingly. So ideally, if you're looking on Bricklink for minifigures, you will want to find one seller that has all the ones that you want, and then they'll try and they should just ship it out in one. So there we go. I thought you were talking about, because you were talking about 4 different Bricklink sets before, and I thought, oh, you're going to order all 4. So no. scrap what I just said. Minifigure wise, yes, you do get charged, and it will be expensive if it's not within this country. So that is the thing. So these two decorations are over £70. They are still available until the 26th. So you've got another 6 days. As of all of these mines. So all these bits and pieces, if you wanted to get anything on double points, you've got the racing driver still available. Easter eggs still good. The Easter bunny with the chick egg hunt is still good. You've got the tipping dump truck. You've got the sawtooth. You've got the drifting raven. You've got the Monkey Kid, which I do believe the whole theme and series is retiring at the end of this year. You've got some Mario Kart stuff, Creative Dinosaurs. And then you've got the Time Owl, the Castle Game, and the Train Bridge, big Duplo set. And you've got the Technic set with the Pet Accessory Shop and the Kitty Garden. So, yeah. So if anybody has got any of these, so this is now where I'm going to jump over to the States. So just a quick recap for Bricklink, if anybody is wondering. Oh, I forgot it was Bricklink Day today. These are your finalists. 5 finalists. Are you happy? Wild West, Firehouse, Space Calf, Joust, and Kiosk. Kosk. The thing that you get information from. That is as much as I can give. I will try and repronounce correct Queen's English. We don't speak King's English here. It's all Queen's English. Right, we are in America. So they've got the same selective stuff as us, but have they got anything on back order? No. Oh, they've got less than us. They've got 3 sets less than us, I think. Oh, well. Their giveaways are exactly the same. Australia's the other one. Have a look at Australia, because they've always got shipping. They've always got shipping problems, haven't they? Lego Australia. We are now in Australia. Gone well. Come on, Australia. Wakey. So they got to spend 120 Australian dollars to get their giveaway. Just sounds so much money. Nothing. It's all the same. That's why I'm going through it quickly. It's the same as what we've seen. We've done this before. So no, nothing on back order. So the times 2 points live on. Reese's Upscale minifigure comes in on Monday. You looking forward to that one, Reese, obviously. So does that mean you're all in on these figures now then? So times 2 points. Is this your first one? Or have you got or did you get the blue space? Yeah, it's cool. Space Calf for some reason reminds me of Flo Calf from Cars. Yeah, it's a good call. Yeah, I can see that. I can see it's kind of the same sort of shape. You just need, yeah. Maybe it's this bit at the front. But the designer of this one has got a finalist in Series 9. And this is the 4th time that this finalist as design has been in. So the amazing thing is Series 9, they both got a setting. So these two have done Series 9, Series 10, which has never happened before. And this is breathtaking as well. So, yeah, you've got the Blacksmith and the Fisherman's Village from Series 9, two same. And, yeah, you've got a train freight depot. So not only on Series 10 are you getting another Western set, you're also getting another station as such. So it's a bit of a double whammy. And then, yeah, these two, that one and that one are the same. So, yeah, massive congratulations to those two. You know they're going to be tapped up by the Lego Group, surely, or another company. They'll be like, well, hang on. Everybody wanted your sets. What else is it you can do to go from there? Reese says, got the baby astronaut. We'll get a couple of others. Won't get them all, though. You're not going to catch them all. It's not going to be a Pokemon for you, then. You're not going to get all of them. So yeah, because this is on times 2 points at the moment. We forget how quickly the Lego Group do this. It's always quite nice to just remember everything. There is offers running, and the offers have been running for the last few days. And this seems to be the one worldwide. So if you wanted the Octan upscale racing character, you can. So, but yeah, I'm amazed that both designers have done. You want the upscale pirate from the Lego house, is what you want, Jane, and that does look really good. Same height as this. Have you seen it, Jane? So yeah, we have to wait and see what happens with all of these. But no, they do look good. They do look good. But yeah, there's offers to be had at the moment. Of course, there's sales running, which we haven't even tickled. We've not even tickled, have we? So the Easter sales will start. That's what we're going to be doing this time next week. Good grief. All the Easter sales start next week because that's when all the schools around this way break up. So, of course, the offers will be happening. So it's probably the worst time now to get Lego sets in the UK because they're going to be full price unless somebody's jumped the gun. I'm just scrolling through in the background on John Lewis. They have not yet started their own sales, but they are price matching as that's their new strategy this year. Quite a few bits. So quite a few bits and pieces being price matched. But it does seem to be that one-piece pirate boat is a standard price now of 95. So that does seem to be a standard thing. So I mean, like if we go again just very, very quickly, you can see that none of these are in. None of these have done. That's gone back up. That was 2 something. That's gone back up. That was 209. So it go back up for this week and it'll drop back down again. So that's what you've got to be careful of. You've got to be thinking, oh, I'm going to get something for the Easter. Wait until Friday. Don't jump the gun because you're going to get shafted because you'll be really disappointed. This is obviously 209 on the Lego website. So that's obviously in a big sale. The World Cup trophy. I honestly don't know what the Lego is going to do with the rest of those sets. I think loads of people want the Messi and Ronaldo, but because they're coming under the editions range and they're not coming under FIFA, I think they'll release them without hesitation. So, yeah, it'll be difficult for them with all the nonsense, but yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, that's it. The John Lewis is massively cheaper than the Lego website, massively cheaper, but this isn't even their sales. So they've just price matched some bits. I mean, Winnie the Pooh was in a sale the other day. Smiths have basically they're price matching Smiths for a lot of the stuff. But I mean, this launched at 99 and now it's discontinued. It's actually the only time it's full price. Model Ford T the other day was in a sale as well. So yeah, you just got to be wary where you look and shop from. But John Lewis, Argos, Smiths. So we'll be deep diving and researching into all of these next week because somebody will jump the gun. And then we'll just have to figure out exactly what it's all about. Because where are we? Yeah, we see that's more expensive. And Argos tend to drop really low. So even Argos have put all the prices back up. So they're all full price now. This in Easter will be under £200. This will be under £200. This was 199. This goes down to like 250. So all 4 of those will be much, much cheaper. The some of the Hogwarts stuff will go down. It might still be early to. Well, you never know. The Krusty Burger might drastically drop. But yes, you just gotta be careful. Like the Concorde might drop, for example. So, but the Mario Kart has gone back up. So yeah, they've all this. Like I said, this is the worst week now to get Lego stuff in the UK because you are just going to pay full price. So just be wary because it's just going to drop back down again. So Reese would definitely like a Ronaldo minifigure because they're editions, isn't it? So shop. theme editions. That's the one. So it's going into here. But because they've got the football in now, because obviously it's called the FIFA World Cup because it's got the trademark trophy, but the ball has nothing to do with FIFA at all. It's just a football. It just happens to be that it is the same pattern as the World Cup ball. I have actually seen this built now, and it open. Does look quite impressive actually. It is a full size scale size 5 football. So yeah, it does look smart. But I don't know when the others are, because I thought they would have been out now. But are they going to do it closer to? Are they going to stagger it and do it closer to the actual World Cup itself? But I'm assuming it's not a World Cup set. But because if it is, then they should do it. They have to do it soon. They're not going to, because when the World Cup finishes, you know how quickly people move on. They'll be, the season starts. So that's a terrifying thing. Like you've got the massive World Cup. And literally before the final has started, a lot of the teams are in pre-season already for their next season. So it's just an endless juggernaut. Mark, hello to you. Hi to Mark. Yes, it does. Yeah, the ball does look good open. Yeah, it did. To be fair, it does. I've seen it in person. So I've seen the World Cup trophy in person, and it is thick. It is a chunky beefcake, that thing. Honestly, like, it's unnecessary girth on that thing is the way I describe it. Whereas this, it's like, no, it's just size 5 football. Got the little stand. It's never going to roll off anywhere. And how I saw it displayed was like this. Apparently, the mechanism is a little bit tricky. So it's a bit pedantic. Good night, Jane. Take it easy. I'm not going to be on too much longer now. And obviously, some people are an hour ahead, aren't they? So it's getting late. Right. Good night, Mark. There we go. Unless Jane's saying good night to Mark. I don't know. If you're both going to bed, goodbye, good sleep dreams. If you're not, then I'll carry on. We've got, yeah. So, yeah, I don't. Again, I've got no need for this. I don't really think I can have a World Cup trophy in my Miniland section. Let's be quite honest. I don't think. But you know full well that is going to be 25, 30% off after the World Cup finishes. Because it is everywhere. Because it came out of the Lego, John Lewis, Argos. Every company that you can think of pretty much has it. So Jane's talking about the helmets. At the moment, it's just the Ferrari helmets, Jane. But if that is their thing moving forward, you might have another team. But because they change their helmet design every year, they always do things with Ferrari first because they've got a deal with Ferrari separately and also F1 on top. So it's always like all the Ferrari cars always come out first. If you go around any of the Legoland parks, it's always full scale Ferraris and all that kind of thing. So they've got big rides of Ferrari, and this all happened before they did the F1 contract. So, yeah, I wonder what it will be, because if you go by the Speed Champions, just the Speed Champion cars, not the actual F1 teams. There's a lot of a lot of bits. I would imagine they'll be contractually obliged to do them all, but I think they'll spit them out because, of course, they will have these sets at the track. So they'll have the F1 cars will be at the track, the Speed Champions will be at the track, and the helmets, obviously. Callum says possibly McLaren. So yeah, there'll be a McLaren one. So I'm getting screamed at apparently by Thunderfang because I haven't seen Captain Underpants movie. I definitely have not. I have not. Oh, we're a Red Bull fan, Jane. Do you reckon you'd have a double face, like a really angry and a really happy one? Yeah, that's it. John, good evening to you, depending on where you are around the world, but it's 10:15 at night here, so I'm going to say good evening anyway. Oh, just built. Which NASA one was it? The long length or the plane? Jane's got a soft spot for Max. So not a Red Bull fan, just got a crush on Max. Fair enough. He's a good-looking guy, isn't he? So, oh, nice. Okay. Morning, lunchtime to you? Good afternoon then, John. Good afternoon. Wouldn't mind if he leaves Red Bull. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, the we're looking at those before. So we're doing a bit of an aviation thing for like the NASA sets, and I am looking at this. I would really like the space launch as a Miniland walkthrough attraction. So I think that might be potentially the next thing. I just don't know. It's annoying because I don't know where I can go to actually see it, which is the plane. Because the new one looks great and the Concorde looks great, but this one I've always been like, I'm not 100% sure. And because I've never seen it built. I'm sure it's going to scale well. I'm sure it will scale well. And it's a lengthy thing because it's 2.5. And obviously they're all in proportion with each other. The Concorde's 4 base plates, that's 2.5, and the DC-3's 3 wide. So yeah, I just don't know if I can justify all 3. Nobody can justify it, can they? So, but yeah, I do like the DC-3. I think it's a nice looking set. So afternoon. Don't have a crush. Oh, it's all right. Hang on, let's have a look. Start with the F1. Don't have the Shuttle Enterprise on the jet yet. Fair enough. I tried to go and see the real one. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, there are some nice sets out and about. There are some nice sets, and they seem to be spitting them out at the moment. And again, anybody that doesn't realise, Bricklink Series 10 got announced an hour or so ago. They're the finalists. February the 1st. That is your selection of the next 5 sets, and you can pick and choose what it is that you want to do and add to them. So, if you have been collecting the Wild West series from Bricklink, that display is just going to be incredible by the time you get to it. Got 18 months, mind, because obviously we're only March now, and you can crowdfund it on the 1st, and it takes another 6 months. So it's a long way away yet for your collection to be complete, but they do look very, very smart. They do look very smart. And again, if you've got a fetish for Crocs or shoes, then are they actually available yet? They're not, are they? No, just coming soon. Yeah, it's true. They have. Take care, Jane. Enjoy the rest of your evening. So yeah, they do actually. We'll finish back in Australia. We'll show Australia some love quick. So before we start to wrap it up, so Lego Australia, that's the one. So yeah, they have got on their shuttle. This is the shuttle that Reese is talking about. There it is. It's the shuttle pod is still available, so you've got time to. Okay. Oh, so you're all in on NASA. Oh, that's interesting. There's a lot of NASA sets in the past that they've done, and they're going to keep. And obviously, with this big, because obviously, as we know, they chop and change the big NASA stuff all the time, don't they? So they don't like this, for example. You got the small one, big one. When this goes, there's going to be something replacing it next year. But what? Because the one before this was the meter-tall SpaceX thing, wasn't it? And then you had the International Space Station as well, which again is a nice looking I don't know how much this is to backtrack, but this is the Lego Ideas set. So I don't know if you can sneak this one into your NASA bit, but I mean, Lego Ideas set number 29, so it's a while back now. You can see it's like all the little micro scale bits, but because the sets are just getting bigger. That's the thing. They are just getting larger and larger. Of course, you've got the big upscaled blue astronaut at the bottom. But yeah, there are some big NASA collectors. I know a few people that really do like the NASA stuff, because there's all sorts of bits, even the Lego City stuff from way back when. I mean, I've got a full NASA playset. I think everything that was needed for over the 1 year. But again, you've got the Apollo 11 Lunar, which looks nice. And you've got the Project Hail Mary. I think Ultrabricks is after that one. That's it, the Saturn V. That's the really big one. That's very, very tall, isn't it, that? Yeah, so this is nearly 4 base plates in length, stood up, obviously. Doesn't make a difference, John. It does not make a difference. I do not mind. We don't mind that here at all. We're definitely not like that. Don't worry. There's loads of people that collect all the different bits and pieces. So it's just, I think it's nice to be able to add to the collection. It's just nice to add to the bits. But no, this thing is massive. So yeah, 4 base plates long, big pieces. I'm assuming it's got a Technic internal. I'm assuming, but they've just added lots of big bits in, haven't they? No stand on this one, though, is there? It's just that. So it stands up, but isn't it meant to be led down in the picture? Where is it? Where's the one? Yes, it is. That's how they do it. And you just think to yourself, it's 4 base plates long. I mean, I mean, if you can stand it, you're going to need some roof height. It's not a chunky monkey, is it? So you can get stuff close to it. But at the Legoland Park, they have one of these on the wagon that sort of carries them to the launch pad. So they're never going to be able to do that. Yeah, if it's on its hinges. Yeah, I would have thought that's probably, if I was to do it, I'd probably have it like that. You're going to hang the Concorde. Oh, clever. That's what they've done in. So they've done the brick count for the year it was launched. That's what I've just read. So that's they do these Easter eggs, don't they? They do these Easter eggs. Yeah, they have the big Lego Technic stuff. They look really nice. They've been putting the strips across the wall, haven't they? They do look really smart. That didn't see your big comment before you went to bed. Is it the Thunderfang one? Oh, I missed the other one. He's fallen asleep. Thunderfang's fallen asleep. All right, Mark, you get yourself some sleep. And hopefully you feel a little bit better tomorrow. Right, guys and girls, I am done, finished and done. So that was just a short one now. Got a long stream again tomorrow. That was just literally a recap of the bits and pieces. So, John, thanks for joining in. We're on all the time. So, yeah, I'm actually now going to get some food, which would be nice. But the Concorde, I think the Concorde does look really it does look really good. And again, it's just a very streamlined looking build. I am really liking the aviation theme. So while they're available, Yeah, I think it'd be nice. It'd be nice to do. But done, finished, and done. So I will catch up with you all soon. There's all sorts of videos up about for different live streams from today and everything else. So you guys and girls take it easy. I will finish the poll, which is that done. And then I will end the stream. Right, guys, everybody take it easy, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye. Bye.